but it'll be a great game, I think, and a pretty good crowd has filed into Total Mortgage Arena. Here's the anthem. Welcome everybody inside Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shia here in the broadcast booth as we get set for the puck drop. As a third meeting between the Bridgeport Islanders, draped in their Sound Tiger sweaters on this Saturday. We hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas break, but it's time to get back on the ice. Here against the Hartford Wolfpack, the Atlantic Division in-state rivals, stand against each other, and we can't wait for the puck drop. It'll be Trey Fix-Wolansky against Matthew Highmore in the face-off dot as we get ready to go here. And the period is underway as Cole McWard will chase it down on the right wing side. Throws a cross-ice pass, scooped up by Cameron Berg, and he'll deliver it for Travis Mitchell. Fix-Wolansky and the steal. Now they move it cross-ice. That's a great stick by McWard, taking what could have been a slam dunk pass from post to post. It's scooped up and now sent into the Wolfpack zone. Around to Fitzgerald. He'll take a look, taking the hit to make a play. And Brisson tries to clear, but now once again held on in a cross-ice feed, getting to Alex Jeffries. On his backhand left it, and a rising shot. Blocker side misses on Garand. It'll ricochet all the way down the ice. And Parker Gahagan will put on a tee for Travis Mitchell, who will make his way to the bench when an opportunity permits, 45 seconds into the game. Mitchell distributes, and now moving through center ice is Liam Foudy. And now he's inside the Hartford zone. He'll take control on the right wing side to the blue line. Now Sean Day, the former Rangers draft pick, sent that wide. Adam Beckman trying to find it. Likewise for Dalen Kiefler as he'll work it out of the corner. Shouldered by Derek Pouliot. Going down hard with Beckman. He's back up on his feet. It's all here by the Bridgeport Islanders before muscle to center ice, and a good stick by Dylan Ruprecht. Foudy will turn, and now he'll move right over the logo at center ice. He'll chip it, and they'll chase it down. Drew Callan making his debut for the Bridgeport Islanders. On the attack, he'll grab the puck at center ice, firing it, taking a hit along that dasher that was right in front of the Hartford bench. Callan, not unfamiliar with the American Hockey League. This is his 225th AHL game played, and he spent most of his career in the AHL, in fact all of it, with the Springfield Thunderbirds, a team the Islanders will see tomorrow in Springfield. A stop and play with 18:21 left. No real challenge for either goalie just yet, but that will come soon. Gahagan will watch the face-off at his right side. Recently recalled from Worcester in the ECHL. His numbers in Worcester were phenomenal. 6-1-1 of the season with a .933 and a 2.18 goals against average. Those are stellar numbers for him in the ECHL. So ready to reestablish himself in the American Hockey League, now presented with this opportunity. Fired in by Brandon Scanlon. the Hamilton, Ontario native in his 5th season with Hartford, former New York Rangers free agent signing. He played to the left wing side. Back in the line for a shot that ricocheted off of Larson and rolls to Gahagan, who will make no mistake and melt it down for a stop here with 17:51 to go in the first in a 0-0 game. All right, Gahagan watches from his right side. Little discussion here about the face-off from the Islanders' perspective. Cam Thiesing will take the draw. Kyle Jackson lost it, and now it's the Islanders through center ice. Over the red line, they'll drive it in. Going after Thiesing, now Chris Terry. Chris Terry on a point streak. That shot went wide on Garand. It's scooped up by Hunter Drew, but now we have a stop and play. Is it play with a high stick, or is it a high sticking penalty? We'll find out in just a moment. Chris Terry, Joey Larson, and Callie Odelius currently on point streaks. All of them 2 games for their point streaks. Chris Terry has 3 goals and 1 assist in that time. Credited with the goal, the lone goal against the Hershey Bears before the Christmas break. It was not a penalty, by the way, just an infraction for high stick out to center ice, and now it's the Islanders winning the faceoff, and Mitchell will hammer it around the boards. Mackey to Fitzgerald, and now Trey Fix-Wolansky tried to high flip it out, didn't get anywhere near what he wanted on it. It's possessed by Fitzgerald, chased by Highmore, goes indirect to center ice, where it's recovered by Travis Mitchell. Kemlash couldn't pick it up. Cole McWard will. As he tosses it down, it's intercepted by Casey Fitzgerald, a 28-year-old from North Reading, former Buffalo draft pick back in 2016. Dad is the general manager of the New Jersey Devils. Gahagan with a near mishandle behind his net, but makes up for it and successfully sends it to Cole McWard, who tosses to center ice. We're 3 minutes and 10 seconds into the opening period, 0-0. They have the shots on goal at 1-0 for Hartford. Not exactly a barn burner just yet, but both these teams just coming off their Christmas break, so perhaps just shrugging off some of the lethargy and getting back to action. They'll hit their stride at some point. So will I. It isn't right now, though. All right, Gahagan watches from his stick side here, the face-off. Kiefler will take the draw. Travis Mitchell sends it to the line. Beckman knifes it to center ice, and Pouliot will play it to his defense partner, now Anton Bleen. He was going for Sikora, who didn't recognize it, and his number 10 counterpart played it. Now it's controlled by Sikora anyways on the entry. He'll move in, he'll drop it. Shot, that was off his stick and out. That's Cole McWard doing good work in front of his goaltender. And that shot was rifled by Dylan Rubrick, but didn't make its way on that. Rubrick, it's hard to see him out there. He's only 6'7". London, Ontario native, drafted by the Rangers in 2023, former Oshawa General. He's a 6th rounder of the Rangers. Terrance to take the draw here against Thiesing. Another offensive zone draw for Hartford. But yet again won by Bridgeport. Here's Chris Terry. Terry gets the red line. He tossed it in. Pouliot stops it, shovels in a backhander to center. Reacquired and hammered in by Luke Rowe. Cut off by Garand. He's going to play the puck on his backhand, but he gave it up to Sean Day, who pinched in smartly and now has possession. Day with Hunter Drew covering for him on the back end. No problem for Hunter Drew, the former defenseman. Garand looks behind him. It's over his left shoulder, now picked up by Hartford, and they'll maneuver to center ice. This one deflects to the right of Gahagan. He'll come out to play it. Oh, look out. Gave it up, however. He's got to get back in his net, and he finally does. Second time there's been a misplay behind the net. That puck took a really weird bounce, but no harm done. His Scanlon will rifle it in. Joey Larson didn't get control of it. Chance in front. Scores! What a move! It's 1-0 for Hartford on the beautiful goal by Zach Karpa. Karpa's just making his AHL debut. And something tells me he won't forget that goal. That was an absolute thing of beauty by the 23-year-old from Greenwich, who just put that one in around Gehagen. He had been with Bloomington all season and makes one heck of an AHL debut. Well, down 1-0. The Islanders give up the first goal of the game as now Larson drives it in down the right wing side. Now I think maybe that looking over his shoulder was Brandon Scanlon, thinking maybe that was a trip against Maggio. Nothing being called. Maggio, by the way, in this game, moving to his more natural position on the wing. He had been playing center with the dearth of centermen, but as Drew Callan steps in the lineup, he is a centerman jumping in the middle there. Jeffries on the attack. Now to Berg. On the left wing side, he lost control of Fix-Wolanski, saucered up ahead. And now Brisson's moving. He'll center, but it's offside. And the whistle comes. Oh, I thought I heard a whistle. I guess I'm just hearing things. Now it's McWard. Didn't clear it out. Well, I guarantee that's a whistle. It's a hooking penalty. And now a stop and play with 14:27 to go. And going to the penalty box is Trey Fix-Wolanski. Well, on the power play this season, Bridgeport is operating at 81.7% efficiency, 13th best in the AHL. And for the Wolfpack, their PK is ranked 26th, operating at 78.2%. So a chance to tie the game. Here's Terry to take the draw on the shooting left side. Odelius, the lone defenseman. Highmore, Larson, and Maggio out there with Terry. Here's Odelius, holding on, throwing it across. Maggio to Odelius, and now to Terry. Terry distributes, gives it right back to Odelius. Nice pass, shot. Oh, it may have gone off the helmet of Garand on the high-rising shot that came from Larson, who's playing the bumper in the 1-3-1 here. Odelius over for Maggio. Now to Odelius. Oh, he nearly gave it up, but good recovery to Terry. He'll thread it down low to Larson, then back for Terry. Across now to the high slot and Odelius, and then over for Terry again. Shooting, oh, he wanted the deflection, almost came from Highmore, but it's given up to Hartford, and they'll get to center, now chip it down the ice. Down 1-0. On the power play now, they switch up their unit. Liam Foudy to Berg. On the left wall, he threw it across. McWard will catch up to it in time before it leaves the zone. He'll shoot it, saved by Garand. He'll take the whistle, and a stop and play with 13:26. And now we have our first scrum of the game. Foudy took an extra whack, it looked like, but you know what? The puck may have been loose. He's going to go after it. As the Islanders hold on, they miss it on that far wall, so McWard has to go back and pick it up. The power play for 49 more seconds. McWard, now Liam Foudy, who's joined by Jeffries, who has the puck as he moves in down the right wing side. Berg will attack Anton Bleed. Now support coming from Hunter Drew, and then Berg. As Foudy tries to grab hold of it, it's loose, and Garand will clear it himself. Nice play. Gathered up by Sean Day, he'll rifle it in. Thiesing. And now it's Dalen Kiefler. Power play is over in 8 seconds, and it's cleared again, and that'll do it. Hartford with a 1-0 lead. Karpa with the only goal on a thing of beauties. He skates around the defense and around Gehagen, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Wolfpack. 12 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. Fitzgerald takes a look, rifles it, deflected, never got through on Gehagen. Good hands by Thiesing, the recent graduate of Ohio State. He'll move in, then to Beckman. Beckman fires. It was on purpose. He sent it wide. He was trying to get that deflection the far post. Didn't come through. Now here's Sean Day. He'll launch it to center ice. It ramped off Kiefler's stick, recovered by Ortiz, and then moved to center ice. And Kemelash, and then Brisson, but he gave it up to Sean Day. Day tossed it over for Larson, a former Spartan. Didn't get very far with it. Pouliot now, and then up ahead for Kemelash. He can't get there in time. It's going to be an icing call, and it goes against Hartford with 11:38 remaining in the opening period in a 1-0 lead for Hartford. Well, I was informed that today's game is being streamed live on YouTube. How about that? That's pretty cool. So we welcome all of the viewers and listeners for the game tonight. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas break. Larson to the point. Shot was blocked and goes out of play. And that means we'll take a commercial break, it looks like, with 11:35 to go in the opening period. And the Islanders are down 1-0. We'll come back after this.
Stand right here outside the sports book because it is time for a chill break right here. I have got the blue chair made up by Kenny Chesney. Mix it to a pina colada. So delicious, each are under 99 calories. And these cups here, the blue chair made cups, made from recycled materials in partnership with Core Ocean. So every single cup is helping to reduce the amount of materials in the ocean and save the earth. So come on by the sports book, grab yourself a Kenny Chesney blue chair made up pina colada. Cheers and enjoy your chill break.
We're back inside the Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shia here with you in the broadcast booth. Down 1-0 in the game. Faceoff will go to the left of Garand. As we go back to 5-on-5 hockey, an unsuccessful power play for the Islanders. High flip will land inside the Islanders zone. It's Mitchell now, tossing it for Callan. Stolen by Pouliot, deflects right back for Travis Mitchell. Cole McWard to Larson. Couldn't grab hold of it. The Wolfpack, are they onside? They are. Callan tries to clean it. They don't get it out, and now they do on a Islanders bounce off a leg. Here's Mitchell on the shooting left wall. Attacked by Terrence. It does come free to Callan. He'll move down low to help out his centerman. Larson chipped it up, and now attacking the puck is Maggio. They're reacquired by the Wolfpack. Moving is Scanlon, just onside. Up ahead, firing a shot, and that was blocked as Walcott had a really good look at it between the circles. Moving the other way now, Jeffries. He'll delay. He'll wait. He'll fire it. He'll go around with a save late. Picking up through traffic. Off his stick, and he'll hold on to it. Well, that's the best chance in a while, maybe, of the game for the Islanders. But they're still down 1-0. Well, for those of you watching the game on YouTube and we see the comment section, feel free to give us your thoughts and we'll give you a shout out on the air if we have time. Check with my intern, see if he can help out. Oh, he's not here. Singh will take the face-off down. He's a right shot in the left circle. They're going to toss him, though. Terry's going to step in. Terry kicks it back. Now it's Odelius. Wrister goes off a stick and out of play with 10:33 left. That'll leave Hartford a chance to make a change, but it looks like Rocky Thompson likes his line combination. Terry Thiesing, and Hunter Drew. Random Aussie says hello from all the way in Australia. How about that? Is that real? I mean, Australia is real, as I understand it. Face-off one, Polkinen rifled it over the crossbar. Then Ohio from Ohio. How about that? Central Illinois. Daniel Morris, welcome to the broadcast. Galiodelius in his own zone. He'll drive back now and take a look at his options. Hunter Drew, then for Polkinen. He'll dust it off, getting the puck to center as it went from Finn to Swede. It's right back in possession of the Islanders in their own end. Chris Terry, nice work. Now to Galiodelius. And then Polkinen will wait, changing their forwards to the Islanders. And now Polkinen wants to break the puck up if he can. That pass did not get to Jeffries. It's turned over. Firing Sikorin, sent it wide. Well, you can't give pucks away from there, that's for sure. Cam Byrne, you can hear them yelling three on the attack. Highmore, but they're offside with 9:40 remaining in the opening period. Down 1-0, we'll come back with more inside Total Mortgage Arena. Live from Turkey, Istanbul, we have somebody behind. I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably not true. Pensacola, Florida might be Jeffrey Wise. Oh, maybe that name is Hungarian. I can't pronounce it though. Rory 6065 says hello from the UK. This is insane. Why are all these viewers? Welcome back. We're live inside Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shia here in the broadcast booth. For those of you joining us on Flo TV, on YouTube, and of course on television here, Fox 61, we're happy to be a part of it. And Colin promptly asked if there are any players from Bloomington and Worcester on the rosters. Yes, there are, actually. And one of them scored today, and Zach Karpa made his AHL debut from Bloomington, scored a beautiful goal to make it 1-0, which is where we are right now. Shots are equal at 3 apiece. Casey Fitzgerald pinched in from the strong side as it rolls back to center ice. Rubrick looks and has an option. Then to Anton Blee, the one-time Boston draft pick back in 2013. The Islanders try to clear it, they can't. Shot towards Gehagen, never got through. It's Sikora on the attack. It's now scooped up again by the Islanders in row. And then to Sean Day. He'll toss it to center. Too far ahead for Liam Thuden. Mackey goes cross ice to fix Wolanski. And now Fitzgerald. He'll move him with speed. He'll distribute. There's a shot. Gehagen has that one and holds on to it with 8:57 left. Gehagen will watch the draw from his right side. Down 1-0 with 8:57 left in the opening period. Normally we have, that's a hand pass. If it was played by the Wolfpack, they don't play it, so it's out to center. It's now legally held on to by Jeffries, who tossed it back. This one goes down the ice. It'll be no icing, it deflected. There's Jackson Dorrington. And Pouliot will scoop it up again. Former Pittsburgh Penguins first rounder, 8th overall back in 2012. Former AHL first team All-Star. He's got the puck now. chant is "Let's go Islanders," hoping the home team can tie it up. Right now, they're going to get back in the defensive zone. Helash waits, centers it, they score! On the doorstep was Brisson, and he puts it in, and it's 2-0, Hartford. Well, tap-in goals. Brisson at the lip of the crease, slid that one in between the legs of Gahagan. And the Islanders are down 2-0. As play resumes, Garand will put that on the stick of Scanlon. Will launch it down the left side. Now Hartford through center ice. Sean Day cut off the pass it was going for Väisänen. Väisänen out of his reach. Maggio couldn't get it away. Ortiz will send it off the wall. Now here's Sean Day looking over his shoulder as he rolls it over for Callan. It's back now for Luke Rowe and then Sean Day again. Nifty pass will get to Larson, who will slam it off the window back to center ice. Control breakout. Casey Fitzgerald will wait. He'll move it to center. This goes off the glass and down and inside the Islander zone. Knifing it was Karpa. Holding on is Hunter Drew to Terry for the pass on his skates. Now he'll scoop it up. He'll move down the right wing side. 3 goals in his last 2 games played for Chris Terry. Had 2 goals against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms before the break, and then against Hershey had the lone goal on the power play, which was originally credited to Joey Larson, but then given to Terry after they reviewed it enough. Stop now as a result of the icing. It's going to be a stop with 6:45 to go in the first period. Face off to the right of Garand. Former Rangers 4th rounder in 2020. Victoria, BC native, has seen a total of 3 shots, and we're 6:45 away from the end of the first period. Kiefler, along with Beckman and Foodie on the ice for Rocky Thompson. This is flipped into the Islander zone. Reacquired by Beckman down the off shooting right side. Hits Liam Foodie in stride. Foodie takes a look. Oh, it put it from an acute angle, hoping to maybe sneak that one in past Garand, but it didn't work. Foodie has it again behind the net with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the opening period. Beckman trying to find it. Kiefler, now it's on the point for Sean Day. He has to roll out to center ice, going laterally over for Luke Rowe. They're going to change their defense when an opportunity allows. Day is off, and now Rowe will make his way to the bench. And Polkinen steps on the ice. There's Beckman for Kiefler on the right wing side. Got turned around by Ortiz. Kiefler gets some support from Beckman. He wanted to throw it back on the stick of Polkinen, but it's intercepted. Here come the Wolfpack on the entry. That's not in. It would have been offside. It's reacquired in neutral territory, and the Wolfpack can move it in cleanly now with Lee. He'll center, cut off by Odelius. It gets to center ice. Highmore, nice play. Here's a chance for Berg. Berg is down the left wing. He'll spin. He'll toss it down low. Pouliot interrupted that pass, and it's held on to by Sikora. Rangers 2nd rounder in 2022. Back around the boards. It'll get to Jeffries on the right wing side. And then it's held on to by Travis Mitchell. He'll look up. He'll get this one down. It goes off the glass and out of play, so it's not a penalty. We will take a commercial break. We will. All right, we'll come back with more right here inside Total Mortgage Arena. Welcome back live inside Total Mortgage Arena. Hartford out to a 2-0 lead. Two goals scored in this game by the Wolfpack. The first one struck by Zachary Karpa at 4:36, and Brennan Brisson would score the latter goal there at 11:49. Brennan Brisson, his dad is of course Pat Brisson, the well-known NHL agent. I think you could probably call him a super agent, couldn't you? Based out of Los Angeles. Actually had a couple of conversations with him early in the summer. What a gentleman of a man Mr. Brisson is, so I'm sure he's happy with the fact that his son has scored to make it 2-0, 7th goal of the season. Hemlash and Derek Pouliot. Brandon's a heck of a hockey player. Vegas drafted him 29th overall in 2020, former University of Michigan Wolverine, playing his collegiate hockey in Ann Arbor. Former World Junior Championship gold medalist, by the way, and the World Junior Championship is going on right now. We hope the Team USA can maybe, possibly, they're not rated as high as they were in the past, but you never know. That tournament is one of the most exciting tournaments of the entire year calendar of hockey. Backhanded by Pouliot, gloved down by Sean Day. Between the circles, and now it's picked up on the right wing side by Jeffries. And then Highmore. Highmore is shouldered by the aforementioned Brisson. Jeffries into support as the puck battle rages on in front of the Islanders bench. Highmore's going to go off and make a change, and jumping on his Callan, they're going to whistle this down to the offside. Stopping play with 4:26 left in the first period. Puck is rimmed around to McWard. He picked it up on his backhand. Then to Travis Mitchell. Maggio knifing at it. Mitchell has it, throwing it across. The backhander by McWard is scooped up by Larson. He'll get the red line. He'll fire it in. Islanders down 2-0 as Mitchell, trying to create some offense, pinches in from the strong side. It's picked up now by Terrence, and they'll get it out to center ice in the high flip. Swatted into the left of Gahagan, who tells McWard, you go ahead and handle that puck. I've had a couple of mistakes earlier in this game. Larson now, he'll slide in, he'll leave it. Shot, saved by Garan as he watched that one along the ice. Easily steered it aside. Now it's Ortiz. Ortiz spent time with Wheeling in the ECHL the last 3 years. He's had a pretty good look here in Hartford this season. Playing in game number 12 tonight. Karpa shoots it, missing on the glove side. It lands in the trapezoid. Now they slide it through the crease. There's nobody there in a Hartford sweater as Polkinen takes a look and goes over to Hunter Drew with it. We have 3 minutes and 10 seconds before the culmination of the opening period. Thiesing on the attack. As he tries to chase the puck down, it's scooped up by Scanlon. And then turning it over to Thiesing, who's waiting for his team to make a line change. Thiesing behind the goal line, holds onto it, centered it. Beckman, as he put it towards the goal, it's reacquired by Pouliot, and he'll flip it to center ice. Sean Day, now for Beckman, on the left wall, shooting. Too many bodies in front of the goaltender, Duran. I don't think saw the shot, but it didn't matter. It never got through. Now Liam Foudy reaching for it. Duran was going to melt it down, and Anton Bleed has other options, and he'll decide to just get it out to center ice to relieve the pressure. Here's Liam Foudy moving right back in as he holds on to it. Foudy put it up to Kiefler. Kiefler tried to dump it. It goes back to Foudy, who avoids the hit. Now Kiefler will drive it back for his defense. It's McWard, then Mitchell, and now Beckman. Can't get it to settle down. A Rubrick will take a look. He'll play it over for Pouliot. Paul McWard out of his own zone. He'll gallop and send that puck over now, and he'll get to Berg, and eventually by way of Highmore. Highmore stood up at the line by Fitzgerald. Around to Jeffries, and now McWard. The defenseman trying to create something offensively. For the most part of this period, there's not been much generated really by either team. The difference is that Hartford has scored on 2 of their chances. The first one put in by Karpa, and the latter scored by Brisson. The entry by Berg. The drop pass to Jeffries. Jeffries went to shoot it, couldn't do it. Scooped up again by Berg on the left wing side. He'll drive it down low to Highmore. It's reacquired, now Fix Wolanski. Looks up the ice. Mackey will chip it into the right of Gehagen. Once again directs traffic. Time and space for the defense. Hemelash is going to hear the call to make a change. He'll peel away. Giving some room for Luke Rowe and then Sean Day. Off the stick of Maggio, he'll get it in deep. You hear the call for the last minute of play in this opening period, down 2-0. Hartford will get to center ice. He'll move his speed. Larson coming all the way back and stealing the puck now, then for Sean Day. We're in the final 37 seconds worth of the first period. Callan and Larson going after it. It's picked up now by Terrance. He wants to get it out. Lots of high flips for Hartford, but it's worked for him in almost the conclusion now of one period as they're up 2-0. Travis Mitchell. He'll drop the shoulder, getting the red line. Hunter Drew will send it in deep. It's cut off by Garant. And then Pouliot. And then Dorrington tries to get it out. Now they will to center ice. Anton Bleed will drive it in. The final 7 seconds of the opening period. And looks like the Islanders are going to skate away after the first 20 minutes, down by a score of 2-0. Well, okay. They'll have a lot to work on in the intermission, being down by 2 in the first period. Nothing happening offensively. 6 shots to 6. The difference, of course, the goals by Karpa and Brisson. Through 20 minutes of play, it's Hartford with the lead in the game. We'll take a break. We'll come right back with more after this. Who's that? Yes, yes, thank you. Welcome back. We're live inside Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shai in the broadcast booth, down 2-0 through 20 minutes of play. And let's see what this Islanders team can come up with now in the middle frame to try to get some momentum in their favor. Hartford with 2 goals against, one by Zach Karpa, and the second goal by Brandon Brisson. And here we are, the drop of the puck coming up now in the middle frame, the period of the long change. Here we go. Beginning the period for the Islanders, Jeffries with Berg and Highmore. Here's Lev Hemlash, is playing in his 100th AHL game. Attacks the puck in the far corner. Now it's picked up and stolen by the Islanders. There's Jeffries reaching for it. Highmore, now Jeffries to the blue line. Oh, and eludes the stick of Travis Mitchell all the way down on Parker DeHagen, who finds it now, delivers it to McWard. It goes indirect off the far side wall, but it didn't connect as he had hoped. No worries, though. The Islanders can make their way to center ice, and now driving it in. Dorrington, cross ice pass. Hemlash moves over the red line. Only got as far as Cole McWard. Dorrington, now Rubrick. Lost it to McWard. He'll fire it in a cross angle dump. We've almost played 1 minute of the second period, down 2-0. The backhander by Anton Bleed gets to center ice. This is whipped around the dasher. Loose puck. Dylan Rubrick tries to come up with it. It's Beckman who steals. Now to Sean Day. Then to Beckman. Fired it. Goes wide. May have glanced off the stick as Luke Rowe pinching in. It's on the point for Liam Foudy, who's back there covering. Foudy shoots it. Deflected. Great save. Durant kicked it out with the right pad. The high flip. Boy, there, we got to count the high flips that are going on for Hartford. They're going to break the record in this game. This goes down to Gehagen, and now Luke Rowe. Turning it over. Terrance takes a look. He'll circle the net. Battle on the left wing side. Drew couldn't find it. Fired. Gehagen getting a piece of it with the right arm. On the shot was rifled by Väisänen. And now Walcott to the blue line. Scanlon, wrist shot, goes wide of Gehagen. It's all Hartford right now, trying to extend their lead. Moving is Scanlon. Chopped off his stick. Walcott keeps it in. There's a delayed call coming, and it's now going to be whistled again. Well, it will be whistled against Hartford as Gehagen recognizes that and heads to the bench. So a 6-on-5 for now. A controlled breakout. Here's Sean Day. Sean Day with his head up, looking through center. Then to Maggio, driving it back. No, they would have been offside. It didn't matter anyways. The puck is touched up, and now it's going to go against Hartford, and it's going to be a high sticking penalty, it looks like. And heading to the penalty box will be Brandon Scanlon. So Scanlon's going to go, and now another chance at the man advantage in this game for the Islanders. Hello to DL Messmer 77. Says he's Cam Berg's uncle from Bismarck, North Dakota. Is Bismarck the capital? I believe it is. Islanders in the power play. Maggio to Odelius. Shooting, went wide. The rebound. Bounces on it. Well, Duran didn't want to take any chances. He lunged at that loose puck and will take the whistle to his right side. 7 shots apiece in this game. 2-0 lead for Hartford. Well, they win the faceoff. Someone broke their stick. It belongs to a Hartford player. This could be a good opportunity here. Essentially becomes a 5-on-3 because useless out there is Rubrick with no stick in his hands. Here's Odelius. Now Maggio fires it deflected. Rubrick will catch up to the puck. What's he going to do? He can't clear it though. Now it's at center ice and they get it down. They'll break it out here, left to right, Maggio. They're offside. Yeah, 1 extra step at the line, threw him off. The power play is 1:09 left on it. Nothing happening with the first unit. Will skate off. This puck goes all the way down the ice. Gahagan takes a look and says, McWard, move it out quickly. Let's get a power play goal and bring ourselves within 1. For now, it's Liam Foudy. Foudy for Jeffries. Jeffries down the right wing side. Lost it to Pooley on it, bounced on the line. McWard kept it in, skate the stick. Now Berg. Berg will circle. Berg shrugs off the hit. McWard fires it, and a save by Garan, and will soak that up in a hard shot by McWard. All right, well, face-off coming up here to the right. Dylan Garan has been very good. 8 shots, 8 saves. Chris Terry will take the face-off. He'll win it back, but he split it between Maggio and Odelius. Odelius will get on his horse and scoop it up around Anton Bleed. Now he'll move up the ice. Power play, 30 seconds to go on it. Here's Maggio. And then Highmore. Can he slide it? He will down the left side, but they're going to call a penalty. It's going to be interference, I believe. Well, who is this going against? They're going to call Odelius for interference. Wow, they are. Okay. I'll get another look at this in a second here. Yeah. Okay, so Odelius was in his path, knocked him down. We're going to go to 4-on-4 hockey. Face off to the right of Gahagan, 4-on-4 for 23 seconds and 1:37 of a power play for Hartford. Sean Day, he iced it. He iced the puck. Face off to Gahagan's left side. Here we go, down 2-0 with 15:34 remaining in the second period. Mishandled by Mackey, the 29-year-old from Tower Lakes, Illinois. Hartford will go to the power play right now. In a 5-on-4 that begins, and it's sent into the near corner, scooped up by Fix-Wolansky. He went cross ice. It was almost too many men on the ice for Hartford, but they're okay. Here's Fix-Wolansky leaving it. Pouliot. He'll turn back. Beckman on the pursuit. Hemlash will send it over for Brisson. And then for Rubrek, who will angle it down the left wing side. Sean Day finds it, hammers it, and it goes all the way down the ice. Beckman's gonna come off, so will Day and Rowe. Thiesing stays on. He's out there with Liam Foudy. On defense, it's McWard and Mitchell. Hartford on the entry in the right wing side. Hemlash will play it around. Oh, it couldn't be handled by Pouliot. Foudy. Look at Liam Foudy's skate. It's something to watch, isn't it? Foudy will just turn now and try to disrupt the breakout. He's going to get to the bench at the end of his shift, and jumping on his Bird. Thiesey's going to come off. And so they have Kiefler and Jeffries, McWard and Mitchell remain on defense. Here's Sikora. Mitchell gets there in time to take the puck on his backhand. Protected. Waiting for some support. It was McWard, but he can't quite get there. Mackey throws it across. Bleed to the right wing side. Intended recipient of that pass was Jackson. Didn't hold on to it. Mackey now picked it up at the end of the power play in 3 seconds. Jackson threads it down low. Backhand shot. Great save by Hagen. Oh, and now they can move the other way. Odelius behind the defense will pick it up. Odelius moves in to McWard. Shooting! Always check the last second. McWard was right in, and he couldn't get a shot away. And we'll take a break and come back with more after this. And we're back inside Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shai here in the broadcast booth. The next time we're back at home, by the way, January 3rd. It feels like we never play home games. Boy, in the first 2 games against Hartford this year, the Islanders chased the starting goalie for the Wolfpack. That obviously will not happen today, as Garand has been perfect thus far. 9 shots against. As we're here in the second period, down 2-0. Callan on his backhand. Thoreau rifles it into traffic. His body down. And now it's sent to center ice. Good block there by Terrence. It'll come free now. Väisänen. Väisänen to the goal. Shot. It glanced off of Gehagen and stays out. Back to Scanlon on the point. Scanlon will try to walk it down. Now he'll shoot. Gehagen save. Huge rebound. Oh, he makes another save. And the rebound comes loose again. And it's cleared to center ice. Almost a 3-0 game, and Gehagen says no. Callan to Jeffries. Jeffries moving in. Jeffries sends the point for the one-timer, deflected down and goes wide. May have glanced off the post. Off the wall, Byrne getting spun around. Luke Rowe holds it. McWard threads it down below the goal line. Highmore wants it, but getting possession now is Byrne to the point, firing, blocked, body down inadvertently. Oh, that hit Berg. He's okay, slow to get up. He'll make his way, Jeffries rather. He'll get to the bench. Matthew Highmore sends it in. One-timer fired, missing off the heel of a stick by Berg. Now it's McWard. This team is buzzing here. Hunter Drew fires, deflected and goes wide. Loose puck, and they can't get a second shot. Now it's Berg again. Can you believe his pace? It's flipped out, down the ice. Will not have enough for icing. Travis Mitchell. That one should not be an icing. It will be waved off. Pooley on the right side. Scoops a backhander down the ice. Luke Rowe moving it over for Sean Day. Gets it right back on his stick. Hunter Drew couldn't hold on, but Sean Day will. Right back for Drew. This puck is picked up. Moved by Fix-Wolansky. Kemlash down the left side. Kemlash outnumbered. He tossed it back to Dorrington now on the blue line. Deflects wide of Gahagan. Kemlash has Brisson with him, who has one goal in the game already. He'll thread it back to Pouliot. Off his backhand of his forehand. Shot that one, deflected, never got through on Gahagan. Dorrington overhandles the puck, and as a result of it, an easy clear down the ice. The Islanders have to make a change when an opportunity allows, but they won't be able to do it now. Brisson firing and sending it wide. Maybe one too many stick handles there. Now it comes the other way. Kiefer, he's in. He'll hold it. Oh, driven to the wall, gets some support from Beckman. To the point to Polkinen. Then for Kiefer. He's got room. Goes back up for Polkinen. Firing that puck. It was knocked down. Hartford getting it with Sikora. He'll move in. Sikora going wide. Shooting it. Deflected. Off the blocker of Gahagan. And he'll soak it up. Another scrum. All right, well, it'll be a face-off inside the Islanders' zone. Down 2-0. We're 21 seconds away from the halfway mark. Puck is moved by Liam Foudy to the neutral zone. Over for Beckman, now for Foudy to the blue line. McWard, oh, it hopped over his stick. Gahagan to McWard, chased by Anton Bleed. Trying to force a turnover and a hard forecheck by Bleed. On the point, Pouliot to Dorrington. Good patience, shot it, deflected down. Believe that inadvertently hit Bleed in his path to the net. Stepping in is Foudy, leaving it for Callan. Now for Liam Foudy from the corner. On a backhander around to Travis Mitchell. Going for Callan, who has control. To the blue line, Polkinen. Here's Pouliot again. This one chipped up, it hits the glass, it goes out to center, or did it? Yes, it did. And they have to tack up to the Islanders, and they will right now. Derek Pouliot. Now to Kyle Jackson. 23-year-old from Ottawa, drafted by Seattle back in 2022. Played for Bloomington all season long before the recall. It's Odelius and now Polkinen. And then Larson. Larson holds it, shoots it, saved around, rebound, still loose! And it comes free the right side. Maggio dancing towards the goal, centered it, comes loose again. Joey Larson Now to Polkinen, back for Larson. Plays it off the wall to himself, but he's outnumbered, allowing Hartford to cool off the pressure. Here's Karpa. This puck comes free for Durant, shooting it, blocked away by Gehagen. Getting to center ice. Moving is Jeffries. He'll chip it. Ortiz with a shoulder check. Sweeps it around the boards. Luke Rowe had that one glance wide. Jeffries holds one more time. Now on the far wall. Highmore, good work. Highmore leaves it. No shot, but there's a penalty coming. And to the power play, the Islanders are going again. We'll take a break. We'll come right back with more. Down 2-0 at Total Mortgage Arena.
Cincy's throwback night tonight, guys. We're going to switch up our trivia a little bit, and we're going to do a game that second course of throwback songs. I've got Tracy here with me. 3 songs, you've got to guess the decade each one came out in. Are you ready? I'm ready. She's ready. Let's hear our first song. First song, Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. What decade do you think this came out in? The 50s is correct. There we go, Tracy. First one down. Beautiful work. Let's take a look, or let's hear our second song. Stay Alive by the Bee Gees. What decade? 70s was given to it. That is correct. Beautiful job there. I love it. All right, last one. Let's hear it. This song, yeah, by Usher, features Lil Jon and Ludacris. Fans, shout out what decade is this from? Where are we going? 2000 is correct. Tracy, you got that. Let's go. I'm gonna give it to you. Y'all. Thank you guys for Tracy going off with the Southsiders. Press back. Thank you all for your help, y'all. Let's give it up for our next decade winner.
We're back inside Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shai here in the broadcast booth. All right, a power play again. 2 minutes on the clock. Brandon Scanlon's in the penalty box. And what are we going to have here? Do this face-off over again. They want to put 2 minutes back up on there. All right, we're okay. Highmore, Terry, Larson, Maggio, Odelius on the blue line as the only defenseman on this unit. Odelius to Maggio. Maggio with control on the right side. Now Odelius can't handle it. It goes back out to center. Maggio picks it up and now moves with speed. He'll distribute to Highmore on the left wall, leaving for Odelius. Terry, one-timer, and sent it wide. Oh, in classic Terry fashion, just missed the net, however. But that was exactly what he wanted. He'll get it again here. Terry stepping in. Terry, nice move, fires it, kicked away, rebound. Larson had it hop over his stick. Joey Larson trying to put it back on the stick of Odelius, who's got to come back and hold on now. Odelius will float it up. Odelius will leave that puck now. Jeffries will change the unit. There's 1:05 to go on the man advantage. Here's Hunter Drew. Now on the left side, shot. Oh, off the stick there. As Berg rifled that, the goaltender getting it off the shaft of his stick, and it's all the way down the ice. Here's Gehagen to McWard. Power play, 47 seconds left on the man advantage. Liam Foodie to the red line, to Jeffries. He'll step in to Drew. Now Foodie, gonna bounce off the hit. The attempted clear. Hillman inadvertently got in the way and knocked it down. Can they take advantage here? The puck on the line, it will escape to center ice. It's McWard, then Drew. Failure to move it in. They'll have to turn back here, and Jeffries has it again. Jeffries, 6 goals against Hartford, 1 assist in 10 games against him. He'd love to get another one right now. For now, it's Berg, however, to Drew. behind the net. He'll distribute to the far wall. Berg again to the blue line. We're at 5-on-5. Here's a chance for a shot. Saved by Garand. He'll soak that up and make the save with 5:56 to go. Back inside Total Mortgage Arena. Down 2-0. Another power play goes by the wayside. Face-off down to the right of Garand. This goes off of Beckman into the bench and a stop and play. Kiefler, Beckman, Thiesing, McGord and Mitchell on defense. Well, his Islanders team is desperate for a goal, but Garand has been tested more in this period, and he's been very, very good. Rister from the line, save Garand. Thiesing with no stick. It wasn't broken to go back and pick it up. Hartford will get to center. They'll flip it. That's a hand pass, isn't it? It is. 5:29 left. Second period down 2-0. Thiesing having a conversation there, a quick one with Luke Rowe. Always good to have the communication lines open when you're in any face-off scenario. Thiesing brought it back in his own end, so that's not offside. And now Hartford can attack on the forecheck. Sean Day in the far corner. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, rather. This one goes off the glass, back to center ice. Kiefler giving chase. He's got the puck. Kiefler to the middle, holding. Knocked off stride by Pouliot, who played him cleanly. Luke Rowe holding on to Kiefler. Kiefler will drag it off the wall. He'll take a look at his options. Got put into the dasher. And now they center. It'll be scooped up by Dorrington. Dorrington up ahead. He gave it up to Luke Rowe, going indirect off the near side wall, and Kiefler getting it in. Back to center. This goes down, no icing. Sean Day, with his head up, takes a look. Day will spin around one. Nice move. And then perfectly for Callan. Now Larson, the pass, shot, scores! Maggio! And the Islanders have struck. Larson with a great pass. Maggio fired it, and it leaks through the goaltender and in. And it's 2-1. This goal at 15:45. Well, how about that pass from Joseph Larson with a beautiful feed to Matthew Maggio. And finally, Garand gives up a goal, and that one he won't be happy with. There's a reason Matthew Maggio had 1 million points his last year in junior. He can find a way to score. Drew Callan to Matthew Maggio. Sliding right back on the ice. Firing again through the crease. Polkinen, then for Maggio. Oh, Highmore on the attack. Scanlon looking over his shoulder. It's picked up by Väisänen. A high flip. Again by Hartford. They're just content on high flipping pucks. Jeffries leaves it, but then stolen. Rifle to center. It might be a break here. All alone. Shooting. Save to Hagen. Oh, his biggest of the game. Terence was wide open. And Gehagen shuts it down with a right pad. What a huge save by Parker Gehagen. And if this game gets closer or they find points, that save might be a turning point in the game. There's a renewed enthusiasm on this Islanders team. Not since scoring the goal, but since the start of the period, they've clearly pushed the pace and now rewarded for a goal. Kemlash from behind the Islanders' net to the point for a shot that goes wide. Pouliot stepping in. Rubbed off the puck by Berg. And then Sean Day. Down by a goal, it goes right in front of Gehagen, soaked up by Rowe. He'll punch it off the dasher. This will not be an icing. It has to be held onto. Well, Garand smartly played it, otherwise his team couldn't make a change if there was a whistle. Shovel to center. Nick Ward launched it up to Hunter Drew. He'll get it in deep because his team is making a change. Kiefler. And now Beckman. Jumping on is Liam Foudy. Here's Fix-Wolansky. He's been very quiet this game, almost scary quiet, because you never know when a kid like that could strike. Brisson tried to float it to the middle to Fix-Wolansky. It's cut off by Mitchell. There's 1:51 remaining, second period. Here's Adam Beckman. Beckman moving his feet, up ahead. Foudy, he's in. Foudy! Oh, he saved off the blocker. Garand got the right arm down in time. Liam Foudy almost tied the game. Sikora through traffic. Lays it off the wall to himself. He'll rim the puck. Bleed will let it go. Rubrick to the blue line. Rister, Gehagen, save. Holding on Polkinen. Indirect for Beckman. He's got it now. Beckman. Oh, he's tackled. Beckman over for Foudy again, however. You get a sense of it maybe. Coming in the Islanders' favor again. Beckman all over it. And stolen and coming back the other way. Anton Bleed cleared it. Here's chance for Fitzgerald, then Rubrick. But it's swept up again by the Islanders' defense. Here's the goal at the last minute. Maggio, by the way, consecutive games for points against Hartford. 1 goal, 1 assist. He had that back on December 6th, tallying against them. Gehagen's backhander. Now for Larson, the last 35 seconds worth of the second period. Pouliot, and then for Dorrington, going off the wall back to center ice. Launched into the Islanders zone. It'll get to Gehagen, and now Kaliodelius has to be careful. Not much of a forecheck. He's got time and space. Then for Polkinen with 15 to go in the second period. Matthew Maggio knocked off his stick. Oh, you got to be careful. Kemlash in, centers it. Gehagen paddle down, makes that save. And now with 7 seconds to go, Odelius will just tattoo it along the wall. And that'll do it. 40 minutes in the books. Good stuff there. Okay, we will take a break coming up. and have highlights of the first 2 periods inside Total Mortgage Arena. It has been a fun game, but one more period will decide who's going to skate away with the massive 2 points in this game. They're only separated by 1 in the standings heading into this 5 o'clock puck drop, but that will not be the same when this game is over after maybe only 1 more period of regulation. We'll come back with more after this break.
2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
And we're back inside Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shia here in the broadcast booth. The biggest moment of the game, Matthew Maggio's goal that struck at 15:45. Maggio strikes from Jeffries, and Drew Callen, by the way, in game one gets an assist. Don't think the team won't recognize something like that. Stepping into your first game and you get an assist on a Callen with a secondary on Maggio's 5th of the year. And we're in a one-goal contest. It's anyone's game right now. Well, we did see Christian, the former WWE World Champion, in the building. And we are told he will be providing some color commentary later on in this period. For those of you interested. Here we go, center ice face-off. Highmore, Berg, and Jeffries. And they win the face-off, and it's Mitchell now holding on to it. Battle for the puck. Scooping it up, it's Kamalash. He'll play it off the wall. McWard, now to Berg. Throws it cross ice. Jeffries stepping in, he'll leave it. Berg's got it. Berg taking a look. Back to the blue line, McWard. Wrist shot deflected down before it got to Garand. But a good start to the period here with this line. Highmore from below the goal line going to Jeffries. To the blue line again in McWard. Now for Mitchell. Mitchell's pass to Jeffries. Back for Mitchell. He mishandled. He's got to go back out to center. The entry by Highmore. 1-on-4. Maintain possession for a moment before it's stripped, and he's going to head to the bench. And now Pouliot will maneuver in, but it's a stop and play. And it will be a whistle here with 19:05 left to go. Third period early on. Pouliot will wire it in. This off the glass, and now it's Luke Rowe. Missed his backhander, and a good save there by Parker Gahagan. He has now seen 17 shots, turning 15 aside. Inside the far dot, it'll come free. And now it's picked up here. Luke Rowe. Down low, they'll try to work it loose, and Sean Day. Backhand by Sikora below the goal line. Rubrick spins off the hit, tries to center. Great job by Kiefler, who is not to the ice, but they say no penalty. Liam Foodie, who had a great chance earlier in the second, to Beckman. Beckman's pass went off a skate. It does come loose, and now it's held onto by Sikora. He'll drive it in. Behind the net, controlled breakout. This one through center. It'll come loose. Larson with room. Larson fires it off the outside of the cage. Larson back to the blue line. Odelius to the right wing side. Poking and lets it go. And that's sent wide. Now for Matthew Maggio. Lost control of it. Back to center ice. One thing you got to imagine, both teams want to remain disciplined here in this period with only a 1-goal differential between them. Face-off coming up here. At center ice, Thiesing, Terry, and Hunter Drew. This deflects, hits the curved glass, it stays in though. And no, they're going to whistle this down. Are they calling an icing? It looks like they might be. An icing going to be called here. All right, well, a slow pace to the third to begin. 2:36 remaining. Great fix Wilansky, the face-off dot. And now it's McWard. McWard will scoop it up. Then to Terry. Terry taking a look as he tries to step in. Terry with goals in back-to-back games. He'd love to be the man who ties this game up. Lots of hockey left to go here in the third period. Fix Wilansky fired it. Parker Gahagen will glove it and tape the whistle with 17:26 to go now. Face-off here to the left of Gahagen. 2-1 game. They center. Good play by McWard to break it up. He's got Jeffries on the right wing side. Jeffries holds on. McWard takes a look. He'll play it over the red line. Giving chase now. Pouliot has control. Sends it around. This will go all the way to center ice and Travis Mitchell. Mitchell has to be careful. Delivers it to his D partner McWard. 3-on-2 if they hurry. The pass. Highmore holds it. Can't shoot it, however. And now Hartford the other way. Fix Wilansky. It's in his skates. He couldn't come away with it. Hemelash knifed away from him. Now it's left for Berg. He'll step in. Jeffries holds. Fires it off the stick of Garan and out of play with 16:47 left to go. I'm very happy to be joined by former hockey player, right?
Yeah, I did. I grew up playing. I played the junior, actually.
So Christian is what are we? I don't know the kayfabe here. What are we doing?
Yeah, well, Christian Cage.
Former WWE, AEW superstar.
Yes,
Can we
that's
say
it.
that? Former
Yep.
world champion.
Yep.
So one thing you don't know, I used to work in pro wrestling many
Oh, you
years
did?
ago, back in the golden era,
Oh, wow.
NWO days. Worked for Ted Turner's WCW back in the day.
Oh, wow, that's great.
It was a long time ago. I obviously wasn't a wrestler like you were. So what do you think? You're so far, you're 2 periods plus into the game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I'm a huge hockey fan. You know, I live in Florida, so I go to a lot of Lightning games.
Okay.
I grew up a huge Maple Leaf fan growing up in Toronto, so I'm just a fan of the game. I played the junior. I was a goalie.
Oh, you're a goalie?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
And you know, obviously, I was a better wrestler than I was a hockey player, but you know, I'm just a fan of the game. So getting to watch it at any level is fun for me.
Blue sky, best case scenario. How high would you have made it in the professional hockey ranks if you had everything go your way? Could you have played pro?
Maybe the ECHL if I was lucky.
All right. Well, that's not bad actually. Shot from the point, saved by Gahagen. So you watch the game from a goaltender's perspective, it's fair to say?
Yeah, of course. You know, I always kind of watch. It's kind of the same. It's funny because I've taken those lessons that I learned in hockey and I've applied them to my wrestling career. So I kind of watch. You know, I'm kind of a counterpuncher as far in wrestling as well. So I kind of watch. And I feel like I can strategize watching like from that goaltender's perspective, seeing the game unfold in front of you, and that's kind of what I try to do from a match perspective. Watch it unfold and then counter.
How about the evolution of when you played as a goaltender, the guys, what they're playing like and what they're using as gear now?
Oh my God! I wonder if I could have made it further if I had the pads these guys have. I mean, I remember by the end of the games, it was like bricks on my legs trying to get up.
The old deer hair,
yeah.
water. Yeah, no doubt about it.
I had the old DNR pads.
Oh,
I was a huge Grant Fuhr fan, so I had the replica Grant Fuhr pads.
So even though you're a Toronto guy, you're a Fuhr fan?
I love Grant Fuhr. Yeah,
well,
he
they
was
were
my
probably
favorite
winning
goalie.
cups back when you
were
were watching,
they
right?
were. Yep.
I grew up watching Hockey Night in Canada as Gahagen holds that puck, and now we'll keep it for a face-off. And during that era, Grant Fuhr, Edmonton Oilers, winning year after year. Billy Ranford, one at Conn Smythe 1 year, 2. So Grant Fuhr and Bill Ranford, my favorite. I grew up in Detroit, so was a big Chris Osgood fan too,
Ozzy,
Mike Vernon, and all that. So it's great to have you here. It's a great crowd. You've probably played events in here.
I was just saying when I was coming up here that it's funny watching it from the stands, the perspectives. I've wrestled in this building so many times.
Right.
You know, so looking at it from the other angle is interesting.
A very good friend of mine is Charles Robinson, who is a photographer.
He's a great guy,
in Charlotte, so he would always come to the shows.
Yeah.
He got a chance to go in the ring a couple of times, and one thing I noticed, and it's kind of the same thing. It's not like you're falling on a pad when you're in that ring. it hurts.
Yeah, I always say if it looks like it hurt, it did. You know.
It's a 2-1 game here with 14:50 to go. Picked up by Maggio as he tries to center, and now it's Rubrick in the far corner. Puck is shoveled to center ice. There was some momentum built by the Islanders in that second period after a lethargic first, but this is anyone's game, I think.
Yeah, I think just getting on the board is important, right? It gives it sparks the team, gets a little bit of jump back in there, and gets a little momentum, tilts the ice a little bit back in your favor.
Here's Brisson moving it to the point. Mackey tried to fire it in deeper, but Larson will steal it. He had the primary assist on the goal by Maggio as the puck is loose at center ice. Attacking it here is Travis Mitchell. Any one particular player, maybe put you on him for a spot here, that you thought, oh, this kid's got something?
Yeah, the goalie is actually he's kept them in. He's made a couple big stops. There was a breakaway in the second period,
right?
Which could have turned the tide in the Wolfpack's direction. But he made a big stop there, kept his team in it, and gave him a chance to come back and score that goal.
Making
put him within one.
Big save is often like scoring a huge goal. As a shot for Mitchell, he scores! It's Jeffries, and the game is tied at 2. Well, it may have been fooled to the traffic, but this one ties the game on Jeffries' wrist shot, and it's a 2-2 game.
Yeah, and I guess Hogberg got called back up, right?
How big is that? You talk about saves earlier in the game. It allows them to get their footing. They get within one the second period, and that's the biggest moment right there for Bridgeport.
Well, like I said, that save in the second period that kept them in it on the breakaway gives them a chance to come back and get within one, and now they tie it up. If they scored that goal, it could have been the end of the game.
Wrestling's got to be a little bit like momentum, too. If you can build it in your favor, great things can happen. It's pretty clear here that momentum's on one side right now.
Right, and you know, the Sound Tigers, is it Sound Tiger Saturday? Am I led to believe
you are
that?
correct,
yeah, right,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, they got all the momentum right now, so they should capitalize here and keep that going.
Here's McWarren in his own zone. Do you ever think about going back out there with the pads and taking some shots?
You know, I played some pickup hockey a couple years ago. I jumped back on the ice a little bit in a couple men's league, and I got a couple looks like, are you who we think? I was like,
oh, in that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would just show up out of the blue and just join these scrimmages, you know, so it was kind of funny.
Where did you get the pads from?
I was actually playing forward.
Oh.
I decided to go completely different.
Oh,
and,
so you didn't play goal?
Yeah, so my daughter started skating, and so I got my old skates out and started skating with her, and it's like riding a bike.
Here's a break. Kiefler fires it, saved by Garand. Oh, that would have been a 3-2 game, and Garand comes up with a massive save. You can tell the Islanders are buzzing right now. They'll work it up. Foodie to Sean Day. Rifles it. It's gloved down by Garand. He'll hold that puck. And we will take a commercial break in what is a 2-2 game. We'll come back with more after this.
Thanks, we appreciate it.
We're live. We're back inside Total Mortgage Arena. Jason Shia happy to be joined by Christian, former WWE, AEW superstar.
I'm current AEW superstar.
There you go. My apologies.
And still the greatest wrestler that ever lived. So.
Well, right now you're the best color commentator ever lived.
I don't know about that.
Sure.
You're making me look bad.
So you grew up in Canada. That means you watched Bob Cole, Harry Neal, Hockey Night in Canada.
It was Hockey Night in Canada every Saturday by the TV.
That's right. I go up to my parents' room, turn on, and I get to watch the best thing of all, which you know, Coach's Corner, first intermission.
Yeah. I had my Rocky Saginaw jersey, you know.
That's right. You missed grapes. I saw a picture of him cutting a turkey or something on
yeah,
Christmas
I
Day.
actually just saw that too.
It was an institution for so long.
Right.
And it's one of the reasons I'm a hockey broadcaster is because I got to listen to Bob Cole every single night.
The voice is
I know.
unmistakable.
It's amazing.
He had the perfect hockey voice.
Luke Rose shot that one through traffic in the same way that Jim Ross in the WWE or even
Yeah.
Gorilla Monsoon, they had those iconic voices.
Right.
They elevate the moment to something that other people are not able to do.
Exactly, and they can make you feel
Yes.
what's unfolding in front of you.
Absolutely right. Wrister from the point. Gahagan's got that one soaked up as Fitzgerald rifled it. So you watched Grant Fuhr growing up,
I did.
and you kind of maybe modeled, I don't know if your goaltending was modeled after a guy like that. Who did you, from a wrestling perspective, who did you look at growing up and say, I want to be, I always wanted to be Bret Hart? Who did you want to be?
Yeah, obviously the Harts were a huge influence growing up in Canada. I was a big Bret Hart fan. I loved like Cowboy Bob Orton. I loved the guys that could go out there and go. I loved the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. I thought he was a great technician. Macho Man Randy Savage. I was a huge, I was like any kid. I was a huge Hogan fan in that era
Right,
as well.
right.
But I really appreciated the guys that could just go out there and go and could really wrestle. And that was kind of my, and that's what I tried to bring to my career. I always had a chip on my shoulder and wanted to go out there and steal the show every time I was out there and wanted to have the best match. I want people leaving the show talking about my match, and that's what I still try to do to this day.
Well, that could have easily been interference in Pouliot, and I think he thought he was going to be called, but they didn't call anything now. This might be a moment where the referees put their whistles away with only 11:55 to go.
Let the players figure it out, right?
Absolutely right. Callie Odelius will take control of it looking up the ice. He'll get it to Hunter Drew. Chasing it down is Highmore. He's had a heck of a hockey game this afternoon. Highmore looks over his shoulder. He's got Berg coming with him and Jeffries. It's high flip to Sean Day, who will settle it at center ice. Going rink wide for Luke Rowe. Playing it off the wall for Jeffries. Now for Berg. This might come down to one bounce for one team in the game as Sean Day is in. He'll leave it for Jeffries. The bouncing puck inside the near circle before going back to Day. He's going to retreat to center ice. He'll work it back, and now it's Luke Rowe quickly moving to Highmore. One thing in the third period, you don't want to get caught out there gassed right now.
Right.
Because if you're tired, if you're blown up, you're going to create mistakes.
Yeah, this late in the game, you got to keep the shifts short.
Control breakout, situating himself behind his netminder, Connor Mackey. The Illinois native waits, takes a look up the ice. The Islanders are going with Kiefler, Beckman, and Foodie. This is dumped in. They're waving off the icing. Mick Ward pitchforks a backhander, and it gets to center ice. Foodie will try to chase it down, but it's picked up by Ortiz and body down by Beckman. He may have some room here on the left wing side. Beckman in. Beckman holds it, shoots it. Great save by Duran. Another big save by Hartford's goaltender, and Beckman with a heck of a move. Nearly gloved down at center ice by Kiefler. Fix Wilansky. Tries to dig it free. Cross ice pass, nice one fired, went wide of Gahagan. Going up and down the ice now. Pouliot, the defenseman, center. Knocked away in front. Huge defensive play by McWard. The best thing about this is when you get down the last couple of minutes in a tied game and you realize that one mistake or one good bounce, that could be it for the game.
Yeah, it's a game of inches out there too, right? And nobody
Yes.
wants to make a mistake, so,
Right.
but you also don't want to play tight. You want to play your game, keep the puck moving, and set your guys up.
These are the moments that can really turn a year one way or another when you look back and say, we had a 2-2 game at home, we came from behind and won the game. It can really turn the trajectory of a season.
Yeah, it gives the guys momentum, gives them, and it's a team effort too, right? It gives every person on the team a chance to help out.
Yeah, no doubt. Did you like the tag team more than the singles matches in your day?
Obviously I was in one of the greatest tag
Yes,
teams
you were.
in history, but I like being out there and having it all on my shoulders,
What's your favorite moment you ever had in the squared circle?
I think winning the World Heavyweight Championship for the very first time, that's when I got into it. I didn't get into it to be a hobby. I got into to be recognized as the very best. And you're recognized as the best when you're the world champion.
What's that moment like? I'm sure as a kid, you probably, maybe you conceived of it as a kid as a possibility.
I wrestled my pillow on my bed every night,
yes.
and I made that announcement every single time I beat my pillow.
Well, there's There's a goal late by Walcott, makes it a 3-2 game as they get a favorable bounce off the end wall and in behind Gahagan. We talked about bounces. That's one for Hartford right there, but there's still 8:52 left to go in the game.
There's still a lot of time left in the game, and hey, they came from 2 down. There's nothing to say here. They can't keep the momentum going, push it forward, and get another one and tie it up.
We're talking about coming up from where you did to become the world champion. You got to have resiliency. You're always going to meet pushback on your way to the top, and that's about not just in wrestling, but it's about life, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. There's always going to be pushback. There's always going to be people that tell you can't do something.
Right.
And you don't listen to those people. You know, you can't. And I always felt like a life with no risk is no life at all. So, you know, go after what you want in life. Anybody can make anything. I came from a small town in Canada, and I made my dreams come true. So, you know, I try to let people know that, especially my children, you know, that they can do whatever they want in life.
Who was the person that believed in you the most that kind of helped propel you to where you are today as being one of the best to ever do it?
Honestly, it was the belief in myself.
Okay.
And there was times where I felt like nobody believed in me, but I always had the belief in myself. And I never had a backup plan. It was make it or bust.
8:35 left to go. It is now a 3-2 game for Hartford. Looks like we may have a delay of game penalty against the Islanders coming up. I want to say thank you for taking the time. I know you're with your family.
Hey, no, thanks for having me.
All
you know,
the best
my
to you.
nephew, he wanted to bring his cousins to the game.
That's awesome.
So we're doing that, and we're having a great time.
All right, well, this is great. Christian, thank you so much. All the best. Is there another world championship en route?
There's many en route. I'm not stopping until I become the AW world champion.
God bless you. All the best to you. We'll come right back after this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back inside Total Mortgage Arena. That was very, very nice of Christian to come on the broadcast and talk to us. And obviously, incredible success in his career and his life, but a pretty humble guy. Former goaltender, didn't know that. I knew he played hockey, I just didn't know that he was a goalie. So that's, they have, by the way, Travis Mitchell in the penalty box for a delay of game. Rocky Thompson's over having a conversation with one of the referees. This is a huge moment. There's a wrister towards Hagen. They score off the draw. It deflected on the way in. And it's now a 4-2 game. Brisson with his second. And just like that, Hartford retrieves a 2-goal lead in the contest. Well, this has been a period that obviously this Islanders team didn't see coming, did they? All right, well, down by a score of 4-2 with 8.5 left. In the third period, they received goals from, well, the score is incorrect. They have Jeffrey's goal, they have the Walcott goal, so yes, it is a 4-2 game. It's an amazing swing. We're talking about momentum with Christian, and Hartford seized it right back as a bouncing puck on top of the net. Gehagen will melt it down and take the whistle. Brissan's first multi-goal game since April 20th of 2024 with 2 goals tonight. Scored his 7th and 8th of the game. Their goals, by the way, came at 11:08 and 11:30, so it took 22 seconds to have a quick strike for Hartford that has given them the 4-2 advantage. And that has severely hampered this attempt to get the game and get some points out of it right now with a 2-goal deficit. Picking it up is Mackey behind the net. And now waiting is Fitzgerald. We see Hunter Drew Callan, and Berg out there for Rocky Thompson. Drew gets the red line. He'll send the puck around the boards now, and Scanlon will whip it around. McWard will scoop it up, however. The wrist shot. You know, you can look at that game. It was 2-2, and then Garand made an excellent save, which made it. There's a penalty coming? Yeah, there's a penalty coming against Hartford. It's going to be a call here. What is the penalty? It's going to be, what are they calling here? I actually don't know. They're calling Brisson. It's a tripping penalty. So Brisson is not happy as he goes to the penalty box, but he almost, you look at this now with 6:38 to go, and they think maybe they have to strike. Terry, Larson, Highmore, Maggio, and Odelius. Here we go. Face-off will come to the right of Garand. So Brisson goes for tripping, and now it's Odelius. His pass didn't get through. Gehagen now for Odelius, who won't waste time. He'll quickly get to center ice. He'll drive it back. It's Maggio, now Highmore. Highmore to the red line. Highmore to Terry, knifing at the puck. Terry, Highmore, Maggio, all trying to dig it free. Larson's out there as well. And Odelius, and they get possession. Odelius will scoop it up. He'll gravitate to the right wall. Now for Larson, now for Terry. Terry had a roll on his stick, and then he sent it out to center ice. Oh, look out. Garand tried to play it himself and nearly gave it away. Well, he did that once earlier in the game successfully. That one ends up being not unsuccessful because it didn't go in the back of the net in his cage, but we'll see if he tries that again. see what can take place during the remainder of this power play for 39 more seconds. Jeffries, now Berg. Berg firing it, blocking it out. One nice job by Scanlon. His skate in the way. Here's McWard to Berg, shooting. Oh, and a save by Garand. He never saw it. It hit him in the right arm. He was in the right spot, which is, well, pretty much 100% of goaltending. There's Berg and Scanlon. And now Hunter Drew tries to find him the near side wall, but he's separated from the puck, and it's cleared again. Islanders need something here. We're at even strength right now. You can hear Gehagen yelling, even, letting his team know. We're still in the game right now. That is a deficit of two goals in 22 seconds by Hartford is the difference in the game right now. Fix-Wolansky blocked that shot. It stays in the Hartford zone for just a minute anyways, as Anton Bleed drove it out. They come right back into the Islanders. Hitting the brakes is Thiesing. He'll drive it down low, hoping for Liam Foudy. It's too far out of his reach. You can't grab it. This puck is collected by the Islanders out of their zone. Distributed by Garand. And now for the oncoming play of Pouliot. Kemelash, now they drop it. Fix-Wolansky shoots it, and Gehagen soaked that one up. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll finish up regulation time, down 4-2. Welcome back inside Total Mortgage Arena. Down 4-2. We'll see what they can come up with here. They may try to pull Gehagen as soon as they get possession of the offensive zone, but we're far down the ice right now where this Islanders team wants to be. Saved by Gehagen. Galiodelius drags it from his backhand to his forehand. Launched it to center ice. Jeffries gets it in deep. Now they'll pursue. And Highmore. Dorrington swept it around. Now Gehagen is on the bench. We have a 6-on-5, an empty net to our right. A goal for the Islanders will bring them within one. Here is Highmore. He'll sweep it around to McWard, who has an assist on the goal from Jeffries earlier in the game. Hillman finds it, flips it out. McWard is there, waits for it to settle, and now he'll get it to Jeffries. Jeffries will drive it in. Didn't get very far, only as far as the glove of Pouliot, and now it's back inside the Islanders zone. Sean Day with time and space. His team is partially changing. Then Day, now Jeffrey. They didn't connect with it, however. This might go into the empty net, and it goes in. Mackey scores. This one at 17-27. And that's probably all she wrote. Connor Mackey's second of the year, his 7th point in game 25. This becomes a 5-2 game. Well, the next 3 contests for the Islanders will take place on the road, and they will begin tomorrow on the 28th in Springfield. On Wednesday, New Year's Eve at 3:30 in Hartford, and then Sunday, nope, let me try that again. And then it will be a game on Friday, the 2nd of January against Springfield again. So lots of divisional opponents coming. In fact, we don't step out of the division for a bit here. I think it isn't until we go to Utica on the 6th of February that it will be a non-divisional opponent. Oh, you know what? Utica is actually in the building here on the 10th. That'll be the exception to that rule. So it's just going to be Utica. For the most part, you're going to see divisional games coming up. And as a result of this loss, which will come in a minute and 45, it'll be Hartford going to 25 points, with now Bridgeport heading to the bottom of the Atlantic Division, resting still at 24. Springfield, by the way, is hosting Providence, and we'll get you a scoring update on that game in just a moment. It is Providence, by the way, more than likely will win that game. They're up 6-0 on Springfield right now. Springfield at home, so they won't have to travel, but that's where that game is right now. This one bounces off the glass and now settled on the left wing side by Drew. It'll get out to center ice for Chris Terry. This game sitting at 5-2. Here's the call for the last minute of play in the 3rd period. Fans know it. It's the last minute of play in the 3rd and the last minute of this game before the Islanders will drop the contest. Right now it's a 5-2 game. Obviously quite disappointing for this Islanders team that came back in the 3rd period to make it. To make it a tie contest. This one will be over in 9 seconds. And this game is in fact over. Okay, well, that's all she wrote in this one. The game is over, 5-2. Hartford wins the game as a result of an excellent 3rd period, and we'll try to do things again tomorrow and get back in the win column against Springfield. I'm Jason Shia for everybody here tonight. We'll see you again next time, but tomorrow night in the Mass Mutual Center against the Thunder.